Hello, everybody. Let's wait just a few more minutes for people to get on. I have exactly 7 right now, so we'll wait 1 minute. I see Cindy's here and Nancy's here and Tammy and Diana and Joanne and Connie. All right, looks like people are getting there. And here's Patsy. Okay. All right, I guess I get started. So this is the hostess code for the month of April. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad to see you all. Most of you know me, but I do upload this to YouTube, so I just want to make sure. My name is Corinne Sandin. I teach stamping and scrapbooking. I've been doing it in the Lewiston Auburn area for a very long time. And like I said earlier, I hope you all had a great day. It sure was windy out there. I just came in from my last walk with Pearl, and it was very cold. So upcoming stuff. Tomorrow I will be posting the upcoming kit selections, but I will show them to you at the end. And those of you that are doing the Technique Club, they will be ready on Thursday. So I think that's it. So this is the host code for the month of April. And if your order is less than $150, I'd appreciate it if you use this code. Everybody that places an order with me is going to go into a drawing for a $10 gift certificate in the new catalog. Those are for people that placed an order between April 1st and the end of April. I'll draw that in early May when we can get to the new catalog. So I am going to start talking about some new products tonight. I'm not one of those demonstrators that starts early with talking about a lot of stuff, because I always feel bad when people can't buy the stuff. You can't purchase anything till May 4th. But I am doing an online club for colors. Grab the stamp pads. You might be able to see them a little bit better. So this is the Fresh Fiesta. This is the Polish Pink, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Pale Papaya. And I'm going to play with a couple of the colors tonight and try to incorporate the other colors, at least 2 of them, on Wednesday night. So, as I said, for my club, there's no long-term commitment. If you decide after a month you don't want to continue, that is perfectly fine. But it's $21. For $21, you will get a stamp pad, a marker like this, the regular traditional markers. You will get the bottle of refill. You will get 2 yards of the corresponding ribbon, and you will get 4 sheets of cardstock at 8.5 by 11, and 8 sheets of the corresponding designer series paper. And as a bonus of doing the purchasing the kit with me, I will give you the rest of the parts that you would need to create 4 cards, 1 design, with the envelopes. You will have to use some of your supplies. I will post next week what stamp set I'm going to use in case anybody wants to add that on. If you would like to get, I don't have any blends up here, but if you'd like to get the package of blends that match your color, you can add that on for $9. So there's no shipping and tax on that $9. That's an extra perk. So for $30, you could get everything that you need. The first payment is due May 4th, so I can order it on May 5th. The hope is that it will be here in time, so I think on my calendar I have it for the 3rd Thursday, if you want to come here to do the make and takes. Okay. Then yesterday I mailed, well, they went out in today's mail, but I got a whole bunch of catalogs ready to go in the mail. So I see Carol's on here, yours went in the mail. Cindy Todd, yours went in the mail. Joanne, yours went in the mail. If you live local and you would like a catalog, just text me when you're in the area and I'll be happy to give you one. So that's that. So let's get started with our projects. So they're kind of the same layout. I just want people to see that you can use the same measurements or whatever, but maybe just change your cardstock. Now look at this. These are exactly the same measurements. This is using tone on tone. This is using white and then the tone and then stamping with the. So I'm going to make a green with the soft succulent with you. So let me see if I have all my parts here. I have one here. Maybe I put them all in the same envelope. I'm telling you, today's been one of those days. I know I do something and then it's gone. Which is what's happening to my other here. So the other little trick that I wanted to show you was, because this stamp is a huge stamp, as you can see, it is a one stamp. I cut out some of the papers. But I wanted to be able to use my stamp, one of the stamps on the inside or something like that. So if you're going to gasp now. I cut one of the little stamps. But which you're going to see me do in a minute, when I want to stamp the whole thing, it fits right in there just like a puzzle. So let me put my white piece down. Now this one, it's hard to use the magnets because I'm just putting some removable tape, because it's such a big stamp. If you put the magnets, it's going to interfere. So I'm going to take my stamp and place it where I want it. Even my little broken one that I cut off. If you make a nice clean cut, let me get this. A nice clean cut, you'll be fine. I do it all the time. I used to cut words apart. Okay, so we want them to be kissing. Oops, look like I got a couple of little scraps here. Okay, double check. We want it to be kissing. So I want to make sure that's sealed nice. Now I'm going to take my stamp pad. You can buy this removable any place. I wish Stampin' Up! Would sell it, but we never have, and I guess we never will. So I'm just tap dancing with my stamp pad. I'm not mushing or squishing, as I tell people. Just tap dance. Now, if you have hand issues like I do, I just take one of these dusting cloths and just rub and rub and rub. a couple of times in a circular motion. So I'm going to put some more ink there. That's why when I have big stamps like this, I really make sure I use my stamp apparatus. You put my palm right there. Hold it there for about 10 or 15 seconds. Much better. So while I have it all messed up, I'm going to take the green piece for the second card at the same time. Right about there, I think. You might have to do some trimming, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to ink this up with the same ink. I love these new ink colors. I think they're so beautiful. And they go so well together. They can get married, but just not on the stamp pads, okay? That kind of marriage we don't want. Yeah, it's that one area. Makes me wonder if I have something underneath that's not letting it catch. You just put my palm there. The heel of my hand sometimes helps. There we go. Isn't it beautiful? This is one of the stamp sets that was an early release from Stampin' Up, which is always nice when they do that. So you can purchase it right now. You do not have to wait for May. It had some beautiful paper with it that sold out like a hot cake. All right, let me just set this aside. Grab a couple of punches while I'm at it. Okay. So let's start with the white. Get all my parts here. So I need to trim a little bit off in this. I want this to be 4 by 5 1/4. And those of you that know me well know I hate to have a full sheet like this. I'm actually going to punch out a couple of circles. I know the punches are going away, but you will have your circle, layering circles, which you can do the same thing. I will put them in my bucket, my famous binder that most of you know. So, let me see what this measures. Looks like I didn't cut that way, but that's okay because I don't mind having to trim it down a little bit see, I can make this side look better. So this layer needs to be 3 3/4. I will have all the measurements up tomorrow. You know that. I probably sound like a broken record. All right, so it was all right one way. I must have been doing something at the other way. Okay, let's see where my silicone mat is. Okay, so I'm going to put some wet glue just on the edges, because where I punched out those circles. You want to create a nice frame. Isn't this a pretty green? Okay, so this is going to go on the white base. typical 8.5 by 5.5. Scored. Oh my Lord, I don't have a bone. Oh, here it is. Scored at 4 1/4. It doesn't want to cooperate. Do you ever have a piece of cardstock that doesn't want to cooperate with the folding? I'll show you a little trick. You take your paper cutter. Make sure the arm is closed. You bring it up in the corner so that it's buttoned up here. Hoping you can see that. Let me wait a second. There's about a 30-second delay. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Okay. So you want to make sure it's buttoned up against there and here. Then you bring this one to do the same. And then bring your finger and kind of make a T. Up. Make believe you're making a T. And usually it lines it up perfect. Then you can take your bone folder. Alright, so then I have this little scrap that I just cut off. And I'm going to put it right up. Make sure we're straight here. Right across, using my grid sheet as a guide. Grab a pair of scissors. Alright, so now I want to place this so that I have a white frame. So what did people do fun today? Anybody do anything fun? I've been working with new products today. Designing some upcoming events. I'm telling you, the papers, I always think, how are they going to ever improve on the paper? And guess what, people? They did. Okay, so I'm going to take this that we just punched out, because for some reason I don't have the piece of scrap here. I probably have one of these circles in my binder. Then I'm going to put that. The samples here I did emboss them, but this one won't be. So I do the same thing with the butterflies. Let me show you the die cut for that. That's kind of cool because it's individual. You get a lot of dies with it. You get a die for every butterfly. And then you get the outer butterflies, I call them. Some background stuff. So, you know me, if I'm going to cut one, I might as well cut them all. So I took quarter sheets, cut them all, and put them in a cello bag. Oops, let me put this back before I lose it. I have lost dies before, so I try to be very mindful. Put them right back. Alright, we need some dimensionals. Put 4 of these little ones. Just like that. I'm going to use some of the new blings for you guys so you get to see them. I think I will use the darker ones. Really make it pop. My pickup tools on my other table. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Oops, I didn't take the... There we go. Okay. So I wanted the individual stamp. Oh, I got to take it off here. Because I want to stamp the inside in my envelope. So now I can use this as an individual stamp. Right down here in the corner. Just like that. Let's get a couple on an envelope. Another one. And one more. Okay. So now, let's do the tone on tone. So I have the same color. Oops, looks like I didn't score that one. The same color cardstock. This is the soft succulent, I think it's called. So I want to score this at 4 1/4. Make sure I'm using the light one. Not cutting it. So I'll show you that trick one more time. I don't need it, but make sure it's up flush here and here. Push this so that it's up flush, and then make a T. It happens to us all the time. We're human beings. Sometimes when you're scoring, it might slip just a little bit. Let me close this before I have a mess. So this time, I am going to put on the white. So let me put some, let me get it on my paper here, but let's try. Just a little bit of glue. And you can purchase these grid sheets if you don't have any. They sell them. You can share a pack with a friend, or you can get the small ones that fit the Stamparatus. A lot of people like those. So that's on there. Now let's put it onto our card. So this is called Tone on Tone. So basically you're using the same color ink as your cardstock. There's the butterfly. I saw the what did I do with it? That's the problem. I move stuff around and then I can't find it. I just saw it. Too much stuff on my desk, I guess. Still in the envelope? Nope. Oh, right here. I knew I saw it. Okay, so let's put a white mat. Pop that up. So when you get, if you join the club, when you get the pot, this is the evergreen when you get the polished pink, the month you get the polished pink, you will get those pretty blings that I just showed you as a freebie from me. Okay, let's put that. I just put a little bit of adhesive on the body. Oh, looks like I lost a bling already. All right, let's see what we can put on. Let's try some pearls. A big one. That one went flying. I like to put white inside, so let me just go over here and grab a piece of white that I have pre-cut. I thought I did. Oh, huh. Where did I put those? I like to put a white piece when I have a dark like that. Oh, we need a little butterfly on it though. Gotta have a butterfly. Okay, one more butterfly coming. Right down here. All right, let's glue that in, and then I'll bring everything better back into your view. So please hit the share button. For everybody that shares, I will send you a surprise card. But you gotta hit the share button. Oh, something's sticking. What the heck is that? A big old glue dot. All right, so you can see the both of them. And here's the bookmark with all the colors. The envelope. So I will be back on Wednesday night. This Wednesday we are doing a fun fold card in a really cool technique that I haven't done for a long time, and some of you may know it and some of you may not. So I hope you'll join me so you can learn that. So until then, everybody, please take care of yourselves, be kind, and I will see you on Wednesday night. Bye-bye.